What is going on, y'all? Today I want to teach you guys the fastest way to $100,000 a year as a mobile notary. But first things first, I want to show you guys how I do everything, right? I want to show you guys how I kind of work everything backwards in my mind with any business that I start, right? Hopefully my iPad wants to cooperate today because sometimes it's just, slow. But how I work things in my mind is I reverse engineer everything. And when you guys look at numbers like $100,000 a year as a notary, you're just like, oh my God, that's $100,000 a year as a mobile notary? Eh. It sounds like a lot, but when you work it backwards, it's not as much as you think. And you also have to get into the mindset of like, it's not 100,000, it's not a lot of money. So if you keep thinking to yourself, okay, $100,000 is not a lot of money, it's not a lot of money, then you won't put it on such a high pedestal that it's hard for you to reach. You just need to reverse engineer it down to manageable steps and bites that you can take until you consistently get there. But if it's just like $100,000 a year, it's gonna always be something that's like huge to you. You see what I'm saying? So that's the best way I want to explain it. So if you think about it like this, we're gonna do some really basic math. Like I'm not like, you know what I'm saying, I'm not Neil deGrasse Tyson. I don't have complex skills like that. Here, let me X out of this so I can make this easier for you guys to follow along. And my pen wants to be slow today because I'm showing you guys things. This is why I don't be drawing stuff out sometimes. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. So, right. Let me move this camera over. Fastest way to hit $100,000 a year as a mobile notary. First things first, we want to break things down. So you can do this for whatever salary you want. If 100,000 is just like the number that you want to get to, cool. Let 100,000 be that. And we're just gonna work with that number because it's just a flat, easy number to work with. Let me move my mic. So how do we do it? Boom. Where is my pen? So first off, we want to do $100,000, right? This is the goal. What you want to do is divide that by 12. So we want to go ahead and just do 100,000 divided by 12 because this is going to get you the monthly amount that you need to hit, right? So $100,000 divided by 12 is 8,300. I'm surprised I should have knew that off the top of my head because a million a year is $83,000 a month. But anyways, it's $8,000, $8,333 a month, right? That gets you $100,000 a year. So now it's not like $100,000. Oh my gosh. All you need to do is find out how to make $8,400 a month, right? So now if you divide that into weeks, you're going to take that 8,333 and just divide that into 4. My math might not be perfect, but this is how I do it to make things make sense in my mind, which also shows you that you don't have to be a math genius to make a lot of money. You just need to know, simple math. So I'm going to take that 8,333.33 and then divide that by 4 weeks in a month, right? So now you just need to find out how to make $2,083.33 a week, right? And let's say that you're able to work 7 days a week. Like you're able to do your mobile notaries jobs 7 days a week because you're hungry. You want to go hard at this business, right? You want to go hard. I want to go super hard at this business. I want to give it everything I got because whatever, by any means necessary, I'm trying to get to that. So now you're just going to take that 2,083 and you're going to divide that by 7, right? So we're trying to break it down to see how many days do I need in order to, roughly how many days I need to make money in order to get to that number. So we're going to take that 2,083.33 and we're going to divide that by 7. So now it's a much more manageable chunk, right? So you're at 297.61. Right? 297.61. And when you do this at the end of the year, it's actually going to end up being more. But this is what you need to work yourself towards. Your goal now needs to be, all right, how can I make $200 and 97 cents, $297.61 a day. And when you look at it like that, it's not like, oh, that's not that crazy. I just need to find a way to make $300 a day, right? $300 a day. That is what you need to put your mind around. Like, you need to focus on making $297. Let's call it $300 a day. Just simple math. All you need to do is focus on how can I make $300 every single day as a notary, right? At least $300 every single day as a notary. So in that sense, you now have to think to yourself, all right, what can I do, right? What does $300 a day look like? Can I do that in one job? It's going to take me 2 jobs. It's going to take me 3 jobs. And so to answer that question, it depends on you. It depends on what you want to focus on. So your general notary work, you're not going to get one job for $300, not generally. But when you do things like estate planning or let me just put estate planning, or you do like apostille, or you do like fingerprinting, and sometimes even loan signings, loan signings, apostilles, estate planning. When you do things like this, these are those jobs we can charge for one service $300. The loan signing, and I'm just put like a This one you charge less through that, but these 3 you can definitely charge around that price depending on the job. So now you know, all right, now I just need to focus on how do I get one high-paying client every single day. And let's say that for one day you get 2 clients, 2 high-paying clients. That means for that day you got 600, right? Now the number that you need to make for the week is even less. So now you don't even need to make that $283 for the week. Now you've made more than $300 in that one day. So now the other days you don't have to make that whole 297. You could make like 200 because one day you made more. And this is how business works. Like, one thing I want to explain to you is like business goes like this. It's like this, right? So you think that it's going to be like this. Let's just say this is each one of these lines is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. A lot of you guys think that in order to make that $2,000.83 a week, it's going to be like $300 a day. I'm going to make $300 a day, $300 a day, $300 a day, $300 a day. And this is a mistake I had in the beginning. But honestly, it really works like this. You'll make 600 here, 100 here, 200 here, 50 here. And then at the end of the week, it's going to be that 2,000. You see what I'm saying? It fluctuates each day. And that's how you want to judge it. So the best thing to do is look at the end of the week and see how much you're making, or the end of the 2 weeks and see how you're making. So that's like another little tip that I want to give you guys as well. When you're fighting to do this and when you're making your money, just understand that like every day is not going to be that 300. But on a week's time frame or on a 2 weeks time frame, you just want to make sure that when you divide the money up, let's say that you made 2,400 for the week. When you divide it up, then you're going to realize, okay, I made, let's say if you make 2,400 for the week, you can say, okay, cool. Oops, my calculator's tripping. You can say, okay, cool. I made $342 a day. That's what it's actually going to look like when you actually start implementing this. But like I said, all you guys need to do for the people out there that's trying to make just $100,000 a year because you want to hit that 6 figures, is just focus on that. Just that 300. That 300 right there is all you need to be focused on. I wouldn't be focused on anything else. Put these into bite-sized chunks. People are gonna hear this and it's gonna go right over their head. They're not gonna care and be like, oh yeah, I'm not worried about that, and then go back to the regular lives. But if all you can do is figure out one thing, if there's one takeaway you take from this video, figure out what you can do to make $300 one day. So how I did it, right, is, well, let's say we're going, let's say that we're doing it like this, right? And this is exactly how I did it. And this brought me to millions, by the way. I want to make sure you guys understand this. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. When I was first starting off, I knew that I wanted to make at least $300 a day. But I wasn't like, okay, straight, okay, I want to make $300 a day. I'm trying to make $300 every day. Oh man, I got to make $300 every day. I got to make $300 every day. When I started off, all I focused on is, can I make $300 once? Can I make $300 one time? I don't give a damn if I make $300 on Monday and I don't make anything else for the rest of the week. Because once I understood how to make it one day, I first broke the limiting belief that I had that it wasn't possible, and then opened up my mind to seeing like, oh, okay, cool. If I made $300 one day, I know I can make it the other days. As long as I focus on how I made that 300, and is it a a duplicate? If I can duplicate that system, oh my gosh, that word was kicking my ass. Anyways, I was like, all right, if I can make $300 one day, I know that I can make it the other days. I just need to make sure I can duplicate this system and I can do it other days. But when you're coming out the gate, remember, the goal is to make $300 a day. Don't focus on making it every single day yet. Focus on making it one day. One day. And then what you do is you slowly start to build up. Okay, I made it one day. All right, let me see if I can make it 2 days for the week. So maybe you made it that Monday, you didn't make shit Tuesday and Wednesday, but on Thursday you made another 300. Cool. All you're trying to do in these months to come is scale up each. It's a really slow process in the beginning, but it compounds very fast. But first, it's just like, all right, I'm just gonna make 300 one day, 1 week, and another week I might make 600, and then it just goes like this until you realize that you're on a slope. So basically, what I'm trying to say is focus all your energy into making $300 one day. Once you can do $300 one day every week for like 2-3 weeks, then you focus on like, okay, cool. I need to make sure that I can make $200, $300 twice that week. And then you just go from there. The goal is to just start with one day, make sure that you could do that at least one day every single week, and then you slowly bump up to where you could do that you could do it 2 times a week. I can make $300 2 times a week, and then you slowly work your way up until you get to 7 days a week or 5 days a week, however you want to do it. But that's how you actually do it. That's how you put it into bite-sized chunks to get to the $100,000 a year. A lot of time when I'm on social media, a lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, I'm trying to make $100,000 a year. I'm trying to make $100,000 a year," but they're just focused on that 100,000. They're not focused on the actual steps it takes to get them there. And it takes you breaking it down like this. I do that with everything. You got to reverse engineer everything because it puts it into actionable steps, so that way you're not just talking out the side of your neck. You're not just talking out your ass about how you want to be there. You're actually doing things, and you know what you need to do to get there. So that's the fastest way to it. Hopefully that broke it down, and you got to see like a little peek into my brain on how I like attack these bigger numbers. And yeah, that you can apply this to everything you have. But anyways, hopefully you enjoyed it. If you are a sole operator, if you're running your mobile notary business for yourself, watch this channel or join the community. It's completely free, giving you all the information I can on how to scale up your notary business and how to be a better notary, 100% for free. And if you're looking to start up your own signing agency or your signing service, or you already have one and you want to make it to the next level, go ahead and tap in with me. I am Knowledge. I have a 7-figure notary business, and I've been doing it for years. I teach other people how to do the same, how to scale up their business. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and hit the link in the bio. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and there's a video at the end of this that can help you out. Peace. If you found this helpful, make sure to join our free Notary Knowledge Academy. It's the #1 community for all notaries. And if you need one-on-one mentorship on how to grow your business from 3 to 8K plus in your notary business, all the links are down below. Go ahead and click that, and I'll see you guys on the inside.